not let misery control the life that you have. Do not let anyone tell you how to live it. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny.
You're not just changing the way that you feel, you're actually changing the way that you're going to approach the problem. Something that was moments before, something that seemed impossible, something that was breaking your will to continue to fight. With a change in attitude becomes something completely different.
What's at the core of achieving the good life? The major key to the good life. The major key is not in learning how to set goals. It is not in learning how to better manage your time.
Someone told you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eye and said you wasn't gonna make it. I say to you right now that you will make it. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. And make no mistake, no one is going to do you better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen.
Somebody talk to me. Yep, before I point, what do you got to do to separate yourself?
Wake up earlier than the rest.
Yep. What time is that? What time are they getting up? Good. So you need to be up at least by what? 7. Am I better than the other motivational speakers? I don't know if I'm more talented than them. I just know I get up at 3 o'clock and put my videos out first. I just know I do 5 a day. So if you're actually better than me, nobody will know. All right, watch this. Tony Robbins back in the day, Les Brown back in the day, when you watched a 2-minute video and you ordered one of their videos, how long you think it take for the CD to get to the crib or the DVD to get to your crib? Anybody, how long you think it takes? 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I did something nobody else did. I gave away my content. I put my content out every day. You're probably in love with ET at that point. You're about to get a divorce. You just failed your bar exam. Your team just lost in the championship. You don't need motivation 4 weeks from now. I saw a gap, y'all. I saw a gap in the industry.
You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life. How dare you? How dare you complain? How dare you worry? How dare you give up? I want you to understand that you are not the only one that is going through a struggle. You are not the only one that's alone. You are not the only one that is hurting. There are people in the world right now that want to live a little bit longer, but they can't.
And I said, just give your stuff away for free. And guess what? When you give it away for free, they will be endeared to you because I believe the content is sweet. You know, when you go to the grocery store or you go to the mall and they say, try fried rice. You're like, yo, I'm good on that. No, try fried rice. You're like, bro, I want to try fried rice. And then you taste it, you're like, come, $5.99. Right? They gave it to you for free. And then you bid it for free, and guess what happened? You bought a whole meal. So I'm being real. What are you going to do to separate yourself? I separated myself. I started getting up early, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll never forget a kid from Chicago told me, like, yo, E, you talking about thank God it's Monday. You release your videos on Sunday night. I said, bruh, it's Sunday in Chicago. It's Monday in Singapore. It's Monday in Australia, baby. We ain't just getting American money. We all over the world. I'm separating myself. I'm putting my stuff out on Sunday night in the shy, but in the world, it's Monday. So what are you doing to separate yourself? 2, 3 more. Talk to me.
Because they're fighting a disease. They can't do anything about this disease. This disease is terminal. They can't recover. No matter how much they fight, they can't come back from it. But they're not down yet. They're still hoping for the best. They're still believing that maybe there's a chance. and they haven't given up yet. But they're still fighting. You are not the only one. But you are the one that's complaining so much. You are the one that is worrying so much. You're so afraid of your mistakes. You're so afraid of falling down. You're so afraid of people talking about you.
It is not in mastering the attributes of leadership. Every day in 1,000 different ways, we are trying to improve ourselves by learning how to do things. We spend a lifetime gathering knowledge in classrooms, in textbooks, in experiences. Now, if knowledge is power, if knowledge is the forerunner to success, then why do we fall short of our objectives? Why, in spite of all our knowledge and in spite of our collective experiences, do we find ourselves aimlessly wandering, settling for a life of existence rather than a life of substance? While there may be many answers to this question, the fundamental answer is the absence of discipline. Applying all that we know. That's the key word, discipline.
And as Hans Selye said, adopting the right attitude can turn a negative stress into a positive one. And that game of mental jujitsu is what it's about. That game of flipping something on its head, of turning something around, of seeing it in a new way so that you can act in a new way is how you make forward progress. And understanding that, understanding the need to take control of your perceptions, understanding that, understanding your need to change your perspective, that's how you begin to get ahead. Once you understand your perspective is a choice, it is not objective truth. Burn that into your mind. It is not objective truth. The world that you see around you is simply the perspective through which you see it. All of life is a funhouse mirror.
Self-discipline. We might add one more word here, consistent. Consistent self-discipline. Better than knowledge is applied knowledge. And once we've applied our knowledge, we must study the results of that process. Apply our knowledge, study the results. Refine our approach. Finally, by trying and observing and refining and trying again, our knowledge will inevitably produce worthy results, admirable results. And with the joy and results of our efforts, we continue to apply, to learn, to observe, to fuel our ambition with the positive reinforcement of continued progress. Pretty soon, we'll find that we're swept into a spiral of achievement, a vertical rise to success. But for this whole process to work for us, we must first master the art of discipline, self-discipline.
And when you acknowledge that, when you understand that you're looking at a distorted view of the way the world is, you realize that you can adopt a different distortion. You can adopt a distortion that allows you to see things more clearly, that allow you to see things in a way that empower you. And that should always be the first step, is figuring out not what is, not what you can change, but instead understanding what you need to change it to. And understanding that that change comes from inside you. It isn't a manifestation that you have to make in the outside world first. It's a change you have to make inside yourself. It is a shift of perspective. It is simply stepping to the side of what you're used to and how you're used to seeing things, and understanding that in reframing things, you take that negative and turn it into something that builds you up. But you've got to choose. You've got to decide. You've got to believe that you can do it.
you.